Welcome back to Just Enough Garage. Today, 1936 Olsmobile. I got a couple of things we're going to do with her. Let's unbury it. Good morning. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's video. As you can see, I've been doing some painting. These are parts of the dash inserts that I didn't have that was in the box of stuff I purchased. The gauges were destroyed, so they're just dummied in there right now. They're just for looks. Obviously, I have a 3-gauge set, and we'll figure it out as we go. This is the radio face. It goes here inside of this one, and then over here I've got a glove box door, and this one has the lock and the Oldsmobile insignia that goes into it. Wheels, I've put some clear coat on these since, and the gold. Mary's come back and she tried to do some gold flaking inside there with the some stuff she had, some art stuff. I think it turned out okay. Who knows? Anyways, what else we got going on? Let me show you what inside here. I don't remember. I hope everybody enjoyed last week's travel video, what we were doing. I got this painted gold, and then this is a black glove box, the black insert with the radio, and then the black gauge cluster, and then there'll be some trim up here. So really there's not too much gold. I see these holes. There must be another piece of chrome on both sides I'm missing. I'm waiting on a call back. There's some sheets of brass I'm going to try to go buy. I think they're steel with brass coating on them. I don't know. I'm going to try to use them for door panels and interior panels and, you know, whatever. We'll see. I don't know. It's a marketplace, so if it works out, it works out. Anyways, so let me assemble that dash real quick, and then I'm going to uncover this. There's a few things I want to do underneath. We're just about ready to kind of like bolt that on and finish the radiator. And so yeah, I'm gonna go put this stuff in the car right now, get some hardware together, and we'll show you what that looks like. In fact, you can watch me assemble this one. I'll try to set you up. You can see there's some dust on this already this morning. So this was kind of rough, the rust on it, so it's kind of got a hammered look to it, which is okay. Does anybody remember which way that went? Yeah, it goes like that. Pretty cool. It just bolts in. Everything's made out of steel on this thing. Well, everything's made out of steel, but what the stuff is made out of wood. Let's go put that stuff in the car. All right, quick update. This I've got setting in here because I think I can still get some of the turn signal lights and stuff to work. Pretty cool on this. I don't know if this is original to this car or not. Let me get to where you can see. Well, if you can't read that odometer, 96,947. So somebody put 96,000 miles on that odometer. I don't know if it was with this car. Maybe it was. I mean, you know, it's 1,000 miles a year, right? 90 years. Anyways, you can see there's fuel, water, voltage, and oil pressure. Here was radio. This one was choke. That one I think was wipers. Down here was ignition, and over here was headlights. And I'm going to replace those with modern switches since I don't have those switches, but more importantly, I need them. And this is what I was talking about. There should be a piece of metal here, so I'll have to look in my boxes for that. The glove box is ready to go on, but I'm missing some hardware. I'll go to the store and get that. Looks like the fella texted me about these brass sheets. I'm going to go see if that's a viable option to do some of the interior in this brass I was talking about. It's going to kind of match this gold, hopefully. Who knows? It's a crazy idea. I'm going for it. I still got to do some work on this door. It drags. it's just so floppy right here. You see that it's, well, I don't know if you can even see that. Let me, okay, you can see that there's, well, there's some dance and wiggle to it. They had a stiffening bar in here that was machined in. I have that bar. I need to put this piece in still for the window since I went on a vacation instead of working on the car. And then fix this up. I hadn't finished all this yet. I got excited, put it on, see if it was close. It is close. Now I could just tweak it to the car. Same with the other door. So again, you may not see all of that, just the finished product. You can see right here there's a gap. So what needs to happen is I need to shim probably right back here and push the door that way ever so slightly to get it to lift. And it's probably because the car's folding in half. Surprise! Anyways, I'm going to run. I'll come back in a little while and work some more on this. We'll uncover it. I've got some heat exhaust exhaust pipe wrap has shown up to put over the master brake cylinder under there to verify that the pipe won't overheat the master brake cylinder. I got some spark plug boot protectors. We're going to start doing some wiring. I'm going to try to mount that radiator because then I can leave the front end on and do the rest of the work. I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm just going to go for it. And I think putting the dash in, getting the doors on, doing some interior, this big ugly dent I'm going to have to do something with. But I'm going to make the car run and drive. And I got a guy who's going to help me with all this huge body work. So I need to take the car to him. The best way to do it is to drive it. Anyway, so let me get back in a few minutes. The whole round trip was about an hour to where they were at. 150 bucks, got me 10 sheets. Let me show you my vision here. So you see this brass, you can see a mirror. Look, hi everybody. Anyways, it's got this plastic on. Yes, it's been outside. Yeah, it's junk. Duh, that's why it's $15 a sheet. But for high-end projects like that, you want to start with high-end projects, money and materials like this. So, but my plan here, so obviously this plastic's going to be a problem because it's stuck on and the edges are rusty. So you see that brass, I believe it's steel with brass coating, and the back side is the same. So I have options of leaving it really patina, maybe use a little SOS pad, or use it shiny like that. So this is my plan. You can see the mirror finish on that. Obviously I want it to match the rest of the car, so I'm doing real well so far. I made a quote one time, actually standing right here for you guys who are longtime followers. I was working on that pink wheelies back when it was white, and I said, why is my junk always junk? And I said, oh yeah, it's because I start out with junk. Okay, so now you can see where I'm going with this. This gold, this could be brass, that sheets of brass, boom, boom, boom. The wall between the trunk, I can build the wood, finish the wood inside here, and build a wall of brass, so that'd be brass. The sides could be brass, that'd be brass. The kick panels down here could be brass. The floor is going to be black, same color black as what I've done the other, and then stain this with a light color stain. The trunk, I'll repair the metal, then put the brass over it, so it's all brass. The inside of the trunk will all be brass. The door panels, I think I'll still do my plexiglass idea. If it doesn't work, guess what? It could be brass. So I got the 10 sheets, which will be more than enough, I believe, to do what I'm thinking of doing. Do I have the skill to do it? Huh. I don't know. The metal seems like it's thin enough that it should bend up here. I don't know if I have the skill to that. I don't know if I have the materials, the skill, the know-how. A lot of this would have been fabric in the corners. And so I could do that. Some black fabric, some brass sheets. I don't know. And you just have to watch and see what I come up with. My creativity. For a $150 investment, I figured, hey, why not go get the stuff? Like I say, it was round trip was a whole hour to where it was from the house. So anyways, I'll get back on. I didn't get any hardware. I should have got hardware. Instead, I went to the dog park with the dogs and goofed around and, you know. Anyways, let's let's finish with what we're doing here under the hood. Getting the heat wrap going, stuff like that. That's down the road. It was outside when I got it. It can sit there for months and nobody will care. Like I say, don't get too caught up on a time schedule. But it's coming together. It's coming there. So I left the fenders on today to get the vibe for what it feels like to work on this thing. These are big. And again, just telling you that it's close there. So as part of that, I think there might be some underhood heat issue. I got these. These are little socks, whatever you put on the spark plug wire. Amazon, 11 bucks. And I got a roll of this, and I thought there was 2 rolls that were coming for the same money, but apparently I was wrong, or Amazon got me, or something like that. And these are, it's a header wrap, and I'm not going to do the headers, but I am going to do that piece under the floor that I mentioned a few times. So I'll probably show you that. I got to clean out the thing. I've been kind of putting gauges, goofing around, got the water thing figured out. This is my gauge set that's going to go under here. I'll probably just center it right like that. It'll be modern, it'll work. And then I should have the necessary gauges. Those old ones would never work, and they were 6 volt anyways, so they're just there for ornaments. So let's cut this open and try one. Let me set you up so you can. How boring is this? The guy's putting spark plug boots on. Yeah, let's. I got this stand that's supposed to hold on to things. Let's see if it does it. No, yes. Oh, buddy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big scissors guy. Some people like to use knives. There's these rip things. Maybe that'll work. You see how it tears the plastic? I don't know what it is. I like to cut that. Like a bag of chips, a cereal bag, any of that, I like to just cut it open. I don't know why. This is something I developed in the last few years. Before I was a rip and tear, bite, chew guy, and now I'm like, nah, that's dumb. Anyways, these are the socks. Obviously that must be the plug end that goes over the plug. So let's try this one here. I haven't had to modify the headers at all, but I'm using this old stuff anyways. See if that's gonna fit in there. It said it should fit them, but you know how that is. Oh, talk about being lied to by the internet. It seems like that happens more and more. On that trip to California, we've been lied to on the internet so many times on that. Which lane to be in, thank you Google. Which hotel was at what exit, thank you Google. It was just frustrating at times. But anyways, that's what I'm going for. So we'll snap it on there. Alright, it's on there. And then I can push the boot.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey.
A boot. It's about what we're talking about. And enough of that A business. You're going to learn how to talk right, understand?
We got ways of making you pronounce the letter O.
All right, there's one. One and done. I'll mess around with the other ones. Hopefully you can see that. There is clearance, barely between the header and the end of that boot. So that's why I decided to do these. Some are better than others, but I figured it couldn't hurt for 11 bucks. I don't know if you checked the price of wires lately, but they're a lot more than 11 bucks. Okay, let me keep plugging away here. So I got my bolts. I'm back in the backyard messing around. Bolted it together. Boom, right? Now if you notice, let me expand this. Wrong way. Okay. See right up here? Somebody made a repair some time ago in this car's life when most likely they didn't have this piece, because this has been put together, but the guy collected a lot of parts and he did a great job. Still need to go look through for this stuff, but this is bolted inside here with a little bolt. So somebody's idea to keep the glove box closed was to weld that nut on there. Most likely had some kind of a handle that went in there, because I do have another glove box that was missing the door handle. Anyways, just interesting. The old repairs, you're starting to see them, you know. This car's lived a life, obviously, with the different rear axle, the ladder bars that were put on it sometime. Those are Lakewoods back in the 70s, 80s. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened to the car. It was a big sideways, hot footing it, slid into something. This is a replacement fender, the best they could find. It's correct. It's just the wrong color. I know they were parting out other cars to try to put all this stuff together, and it's exciting to see that I'm doing it, putting it together for the car's sake. And I'm trying to stick with some traditional hot rod stuff here. But I like the idea of doing it my own too, and so I'm pretty encouraged by this. These boots are going to work out. The exhaust system was done a while ago that I put together. I still got to put that wrap on. I'll probably show you that when it's done, but just thought that was exciting. I went to close this and I'm like, whoa, what is that? I'd seen that, but I never registered that was going to interfere. So there probably is a different tab, and I'm not sure if I should just try to grind that off or what. So I'll mess with it. I'll let you guys know.
What you doing?
Look at this seat I got now. I can sit in here, Mary. So we put the header wrap on there. I am not good at that.
It's his first time doing it.
Okay. I'll probably end up with hose clamps. It's the clamps I don't like. I think the ones they sent with it are just too
metal zip ties, but there's no teeth on them.
They're too garbagey. All right. So now that I'm in the car, getting too old.
Going on a cruise?
No. So I was hanging these gauges and stuff yesterday, Mary. And we did find those parts. You can show them that.
Oh yeah, we did.
And I got this kind of
universal for either side.
Kind of got it set up, and then I noticed this handle here. It's missing these bolts, and that's to work the lever there. But I had these screws, and they're that right thread, and everything. Well, no, maybe they're not.
You're not a hoarder if you eventually use it.
Well, I bought these screws specifically.
Are they these ones?
Because I needed the nuts off of them to put here.
Oh.
It's a 1032 when it's more common to have a 1024. Anyways.
Well, now 90 years later it is.
Yeah, a lot of these old cars, they use fine threads because that was their way of Loctite. Anyways, I was going to put this together and see if I can get that functioning, the vent, because in summer we're going to need the air conditioning.
Yeah, you never got your
not enough wind.
rat rod one to work.
Yeah,
it's held open with a construction pencil.
Yeah, I propped it open in the summer. So I'm going to have to dink around with that. I think this might be getting close to the end of the,
You know what would be good AC? No firewall, no floorboard.
Yeah,
just let it.
I'm going to get those. I'm going to try to blast them this week. Oh,
easy.
Did you tell them what else we found?
What did we find? Oh yeah, the latch from the black car.
You can see that it's the same color as the headlights and the fender. So somebody parts card this one.
By comparison, that's the green one.
Anyway,
it's green on the edges.
Anyway, so that would go here. That's the piece I was looking for. I just say they did a really good job of finding all this stuff. We're getting there. What do we want to do? What do we want to do next week? I mean, we're pretty close to running the motor, right? A fuel tank, get the radiator plumbed. I mean, it should run.
For now, we'll use gasolina.
All right. You see, I got this mounted, so I was going to put this back together, but I didn't want to do that till I was done with that. And then we'll start cutting into that brass, making the headliner and junk, order some glass. We'll be taking this thing for a drive before you know it.
I think you're a little too low.
Yeah.
Mr. Magoo?
I just feel old doing that. Don't make fun of me like that.
You did it to yourself. All I said was it's a little low.
Anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a shorty in my opinion to get some stuff done, but I feel like we're getting progress, starting to see the vision. We've gotten more materials collected up, but we're still on a budget. I have no number for the end, so I'm in good shape. I have been looking on Marketplace though, Mariana. You know how you search something on Marketplace?
You're always looking on Marketplace.
And anyways, it keeps showing you stuff. Locally, there is a bunch of these 37, 36, 38 Buicks, Olsmobile. No more Oldsmobile. Buicks and Chevys. I've seen a couple of those. And there's one Pontiac for $16,000 of this vintage. It looks beautiful. But anyways, they're out there. And the starting price for those cars is less than I'll have in this project. I'm going to end up doing this project, hopefully, fingers crossed, for about what the average garden shed costs in your backyard from the Home Depot, the cheap ones. So I'm pretty excited about that being a low budget rat rod car, which was what my vision was.
We're gonna put the lawnmower in here.
Nah.
It's gonna be the garden
But
shed.
money-wise, I mean,
I know.
I looked the other day, I was at Tractor Supply and go look at a new riding lawnmower. Holy smokes, I could build a whole car for that money. Anyways, the whole point is this is affordable, and I wanted people to see that, yeah, it can be done, it can be pieced together, it's going to be a cool conversation piece, it's going to be a cool car, and what I do with it in the future is what I do with it. Anyways, what I still got to do is fix that door, do all the glass, the headliner,
What door?
cosmetics.
It's a Jeep right now.
Yeah, it's a Jeep right now. Easy access. It's all right, you know. Anyways, with that, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching.